Karen. So today I wanted to share another little movement snack with you. I know a lot of you are working from home and spending a lot of time sitting. So here is a little routine to help move all those parts that tend to get stuck when we sit in one position for a really long time. And you're just going to need the chair that you've been sitting in for this. That's my cat. So with our chair, we're going to start sitting down. So here I'm sitting up. I'm sitting near the front edge of the chair and my knees are a little bit wide. I want my feet walked forward so my heels are right underneath my knees and my arms can just rest on my thighs nice and relaxed. We're going to start by rocking our pelvis. So I'm going to tuck my tail, round my back a little bit. I'm going to inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, lift my tail. And inhale, stack up straight. Curl, lift. And here I'm just trying to feel my sits bones moving. Here I'm sitting on them. Here they're pointing forward. Here I'm sitting on them again. And here they're lifting behind me. Oh, she wants to be let out. Let's see if she'll wait. Little cat. No? And do one more. Round and extend. And then from sitting up tall in my neutral position, I'm going to twist. So one hand is going to press at my knee. The other hand is going to slide up towards my thigh. I'm going to look over my shoulder, but I'm keeping weight even in my hips. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, twist to the other side. My hands are giving me just a little bit of push here to help me go deeper into it, but it's not strong. And my sits bones are staying pretty even. I'm not allowing my pelvis to do a big twist as I do this. I'm trying to just twist through my waist. Your pelvis can move a little bit. You don't have to be super rigid about it, but it shouldn't be all moving from the pelvis. And then back in our neutral position, I'm going to do a little side bend. So here, seated on my sits bones, I'm lifting up with one shoulder, letting my head drop. Weight stays even on my sits bones. Inhale, come back to center. I'm imagining there's a string right here, pulling my shoulder up, and I'm really letting my head hang. And up, and to the other side. Try to stay a little bit connected through the belly here. It's easy to kind of fall into an arch as you do this and let your ribs pop out. And I want to imagine that I'm kind of sandwiched here between two walls. I can't go forward and backwards. I can only go side to side. And then I'm going to do waving forward. So from my seated position, my head drops, I round my back, I come through my legs, my head lifts up, and I arc back. As I come back, I tuck my tail till my head rounds at the end, and I dive forward. Back, curl, it's like a body roll. One more time in this direction. And then I'm going to reverse. I'm going to stay arched. And I'm going to arch forward. As I come to the bottom, I curl and pull back. And arch forward. Pelvis curls to pull me back. Pelvis pelvis untucks to arch my back. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to come back to neutral. I'm going to stand up. Now I'm going to stand standing in front of my chair so you can see what I'm doing. But if you find that you're losing your balance while you're doing this, you can stand where you can hold on to the back of your chair. So I'm going to lift one leg and put my knee on the chair. Now here, I want my hips square. So this leg that has my knee back, I need to think about turning that hip forward. Then I'm going to think about curling my pelvis, so drawing up through my pubic bone. I'm squeezing my butt. And this might be a lot of stretch for you right here. And if that's the case, just hang out here. And if you need a little more, you can gently bend the front knee, trying to keep a straight line from your knee to your shoulder. We're just going to take a few deep breaths there. I need to bring my foot a little farther forward. I'm really thinking about deepening the tuck, squeezing the butt. Nice, long, relaxed neck. And then when I'm ready, I can switch sides. Knee up. Point the pelvis forward. Tuck. Squeeze the butt. And gently bend the front leg if you need to. Maybe you don't need to. Few deep breaths here. Try to keep drawing your pubic bone up the whole time you're here. We should never let that relax. And then when you're ready, come all the way out. I'm going to let my poor cat out now. You ready to go out? You ready? No? Oh, cats, right? All right, so now we're going to bring one foot onto the chair from the front, or from the side, so you can hold on to the back of the chair. And here, I'm going to push my legs straight and hinge forward, trying to keep my back flat. And then I'm going to bend my knee and press my hips forward. So I'm going to change the orientation of the chair so you can see what I'm doing. So here, I push my legs straight. I'm trying to lift my tail, lean forward. My knee can be straight or a little bit soft if you need to, but I'm really thinking about reaching back through my tail. And then I bend my knee, I press my hips forward, trying to keep drawing up through my pubic bone the whole time. Back and forth. If you keep your foot flat that's on the floor, then you get a calf stretch when you're here as well. If you need to rise up onto your toe a little bit, that's fine, but keeping the heel down can be nice. We'll do one more. And switch sides. So, pushing back, I like to flex the foot. Knee is straight or slightly bent. The important part is the fact that you're lifting up through your tail. Bend the knee, press the hips forward, belly stays tight. Do just a couple more. And then I'm going to do a very similar thing, but I'm going to stand to the side now. So I can have my standing leg turned out. So if I'm standing with both my feet together, they're in a little bit of a V, and then I'm going to pick my leg up that is closer to my chair and put it on the chair. Now here, this knee is, or this leg is kind of at a diagonal. So I don't want it all the way back. If my foot is in line with the back of the chair, I probably want my foot that's on the chair near the front of the chair. And I want my hip bones level. So wherever this foot needs to be, the farther forward, the better. And you can always step farther back if you need to. And I'm going to do kind of the same variation that I just did. So I can hold on to the back of the chair. I'm squeezing my butt, drawing up through my pubic bone. I'm going to bend in. And then I'm going to push, flex my foot, and reach up and over with my opposite arm. And do a little side bend. Staying lifted through my belly. And come up and bend. And side bend. Now here my top arm is really reaching, so I'm not thinking about trying to grab my foot. I'm thinking about stretching my arm straight, trying to touch the wall. And bend. And side bend. My hand that's on the chair is just giving me a little balance and support. I'll do one more on this side. And then I'm going to switch sides. So again, starting with my feet a little turned out, and I put my leg that's closer to the chair up, nearer to the front edge of the chair, and I bend in, drawing up to my pubic bone. My butt on my straight leg stays squeezed, and side bend. Reach through that top arm, and bend, and side bend. Now here as I bend, I'm not trying to go this way. I'm trying to go forward and side bend. So this isn't about getting your butt all the way to your heel. This is about drawing up through your pubic bone, pressing your hips straight ahead, and allowing yourself to go into rotation through your thigh of the leg that is bent on the chair. Do two more. And I'm going to take my leg down, and I'm going to turn the chair or turn myself towards the chair until I'm standing facing the back of it. And I'm going to bring my hands to the back of the chair, and I'm going to walk my hips back a little bit. I want to be able to find close to a straight line from my butt to my fingertips when I'm folded over. And here, I'm going to gently press my hands onto the back of the chair. I'm going to curl and look for my belly. And then I'm going to lift my tail and lift my head. So kind of doing a cat-cow. And I'm staying connected through my hands the whole time, pressing down, curl, and extend. Do a couple more. This feels really good for you at home. You can always do more than I'm doing. And that's the same for any of the exercises in this video. And then I'm going to find a flat back so my ears are right between my shoulders. And I'm going to bend one knee and look under the armpit of my straight leg, come back to center, and go to the other side. So here I'm trying to reach my hips behind me. Weight is on my heels as I go into this little twist. I'm not leaning into my arms. My arms are just there to give me a little balance. And then I can come all the way up and out of that. We've got one more thing. So I'm going to turn around so that the chair is behind me. I'm going to reach my hands back. My fingers are going over the front side of the backrest. And if this is a tough position for you to be in, you could do the same sort of thing with like a broom or a stick and just hold it behind you like this. The chair is going to give you a little more support because it's connected to the ground, but there is a modification if you find your hands are too close together, holding the back of the chair. Now here, I'm holding the chair. I'm going to draw up through my pubic bone. I'm going to keep my butt working. So I don't want movement through the lower half of my body. while I hold the chair, push down through my arms, lift my chest up, and let my head tilt back. So notice that I'm staying pretty still through my low back as I do this, letting my chest lift, as opposed to if I was going to let my butt relax and my abs relax, it might look more like this, where my butt's sticking out, and that's putting some strain on my lumbar spine. We want to avoid that as much as possible. So we're trying to stretch and open the upper part of the spine, not the lower part of the spine here. So a little lift up, my arms are kind of pressing down, but I'm drawing up through my pubic bone. My gaze looks up, and I can relax out of that. We'll do a couple more. Shoulders drawing down, chest lifting, gaze up, and down. Last one. And relax. Come all the way out. And there you go. Quick little movement break. Bring some blood and movement into your stuck joints. Hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'll see you next time. Bye.